Welcome, everybody. I just blinked over here to take a look at this week's Sweatsuit Invitational, Pack 1, Pick 1. What do we got here? We got a flying red... Oh, yeah, I can right-click. Haste. 2/2 flying haste for 4. And when it... and we cast it, learn. So draw a card. That's pretty good. And then as long as it's in your graveyard, if you would learn, you may instead return Retriever Phoenix to the battlefield. And then you don't get to learn again, but you can learn this thing back again and again. That seems pretty strong. Do we have removal competing with it? Not removal. Professor's warning. Yeah. Reduced to memory is removal, but it's not where we want to start. In terms of that, it's not powerful enough as removal on that front. So yeah, we're taking the Phoenix. Also got to remember, a Mentor's Guidance maybe could have been okay. And then Expressive Iteration is fancy pants colors, but it does some stuff. Look at the top 3 cards, put one of them. But we'd like to learn some more, like Academic Dispute could be interesting. Keeps us in the single color. Enthusiastic Study might even be better. I'm not sure if this is good yet or not. We could try it. But yeah, these two seem a little like I'd rather have Enthusiastic Study, I think, than this. And yeah, Iteration seems really good. It's doing. I like this card a lot. I guess we can take it in hedge. Like if we end up in blue-red, we'll be fine with that. I'm okay with, yeah, we can take that. This is pretty good, right? This is all right too. I would take a 1/3 flyer for 2, but Magecraft, Breach Artifact. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. So it just gets bigger and bigger as you cast stuff. But we could also just take Spectacle Mage to go along with the... But I think this is a... I want to try this uncommon. Golden Ratio. That's true. That's why I'm thinking we could just take the Spectacle Mage. But it seems like it has a lot of cool upside. But maybe I should be just taking less fancy pants stuff. But I'm going to try it. I've not tried it before. Thunderous Orator could be a pick, and we let this go and find our way into Lorehold from here. Lorehold Campus might come around. We take a safety pick. You know, a safety school would be the Historian. You like summoning, the Fractal Summoning? Yeah, that's true. If we do stick with our guns here, Fractal Summoning could be really big. Or Cultivate, even. I kind of missed that. But, oh, okay, I'll go with the Summoning. We are trying to do the Learn thing. Remember, our first pick did do some learning stuff. I'll take Fenor's Lean. Yeah, white has been open. It's true. That was that was where I was leaning. Fenor convinced me, though. This can help with red, blue, big stuff for sure. I haven't seen Teach by Example just like do it to it yet, but I suppose that could happen. Historian also here for, for that. And, this, you don't need to be white-red to do the Historian. Like the Pilgrim. I'm going to try the... Oh yeah, Pilgrim is, yeah, maybe I'm kind of ignoring white signals, aren't I? I'm not sure, maybe I need to pay attention to that more. I think people are right that we're seeing that white's pretty open here. Now there's a Stonebound Mentor. Fuming Effigy, though, does, kind of keep us technically more open. Fenor wants to keep on the blue plan. It does have Learn. What do you think? Fenor's like, keep on plan, stay on target, but then Stone... And Mentor's not amazing. Yeah, I think yeah, the Learn, you got a point. It's good to learn. You think we need to learn Lorehold? What do you mean, Pocket Nebula? I mean, I went 7-win with Lorehold earlier this week. That solve the equation doesn't seem great. I like the assistant. Oh, lean. I was like, I get you. Lean makes sense. Mind's desire here, but I have no desire to do that to anybody's mind in limited. Twin Scroll Shaman, I don't know what to do with that exactly. I'm going to take the assistant. Thunderous Orator is still here, as is Lash of Malice, which is almost insulting. I think we should take, like, I don't think the Battle Seer is that good. And Expel is still in this pack as well. Befuddler is interesting, but not, I mean, Orator is so good, we're just going to take this and see. We could take Expel too, even, but I like the Orator a lot. Bloodage General can work well in that white red deck in that it does the spirits thing. Reduce to memory would be a fine thing to have access to for learning, though. So let's take the reduce. Really, Surion? I barely see this thing. Expanded Anatomy doesn't seem as good as taking a Campus here. This is okay, but Campus gives us a chance to bank left or right here. And potentially both, you know. We can go Jeskai if the cards are there for it. And Divine Gambit seems, or even the Pledge Mage, yeah, this is a lot of good stuff. We're best of 3. Pledge Mage. I want some interaction, though. People want the Pledge Mage, and I guess we can take it, but I think this is the type of... Lorehold is actually a great place for the Divine Gambit. Well, look at that, gang. We kind of knew, right? We kind of knew. You think we should take Campus here or another Pledge Mage? Oh, another Pledge Mage. Be greedy. If it's this open, let's take some stuff for it here. We'll take this Divine Gambit. Thrilling Discovery wasn't that thrilling when I tried it. It's one of these formats where you don't even want to pitch land. It's like you want to play your land and spend all 12 of it. So I found I didn't know what I ever wanted to discard with that. If I had to choose a controversial card in terms of where chat is at, a lot of people are high on Star Pupil. I've seen good decks running it, so I'm not like done with it or anything, but I'm lower on it than many, so it's one that I'm keeping an eye on. This is less awesome, such that I kind of just want an enthusiastic study. These gold cards tend to jump out, but it's just a 3/3 for 3 with with a little bit of upside, and we might even just wheel that. I think it's study or Introduction to Annihilation. Don't we have one of those? No, we don't have Introduction to Annihilation yet, so we could take that. Yeah, let's stick to the learning. Make sure we have the density of learning. That seems to have been what's important. And this is a great trick to have enthusiastic study with the Pledge Mage and the first strike in. That's some sweet science right there. Grape Shot, playable and limited, but not amazing. Playable. You can get... It's not difficult to get two damage with this, and the copy does the thing, But you can always get Environmental Sciences and feel like you've got your colors better covered. This Pledge Mage wouldn't be the worst either. Mentor's Guidance seems all right. But I think this is, it's doesn't jump out at you like maybe a Grape Shot as removal or guidance as card draw would be, but I love the flexibility that gives you with mana, with colors. You're in a bad scene to sub. You're lucky I caught my eye there, Dan. I try not to miss subs, but honestly, when I go to left monitor, I don't have any of my cues hooked up. So there you go. Creative Outburst has somewhat passed us by. We should just take the summoning that hasn't, or the opt that hasn't. Voice. Guiding Voice. Yeah, we could do the learn again instead of the lesson. Dueling Coach is... Oh, you like Hall? Yeah, I'm not really looking at Hall, am I? I'm going to take the lesson anyway. Hall does look really good. Hall looks really good, but I kind of like sticking to the lesson plan, but that may have been wrong. Another Pledge Mage. Pillar Drop Warden. I think we got a couple of these, and we don't have any Pillar Drop Wardens yet. And the Lorehold 7 win I had, the double Warden in the deck was MVP-ish. It was really important to drop on 5 toughness has been huge. So I like a Warden here. Here we could grab Introduction. These probably both wheel, but I guess I keep, my brain still wants us to be blue somehow, and I keep getting distracted by blue cards when I think we're pretty cleanly into the well, that's the thing, that like if we were red blue, I think the Pledge Mage is great, but I don't like it in red white. That's too intense of a cost. Maybe I should just, yeah, I'm gonna take Introduction to Annihilation. It's a good one to have, and there I don't see what we're prioritizing over it in that pack. Ephemerate, this is the blink, right? Do we like blinking here? We don't really have blink yet, do we? Well, Biblio, that's okay, blink. See you, Dan. Thanks for the sub. That's what I need, shame. I don't do that enough to myself. I need other people to do it. Sudden Breakthrough. Doesn't learn, but I like it as a trick with treasure anyway. We do have something that likes treasure. Might not make the cut, but I think it's the pick there. Tome Shredder versus the gold 3-drop. I think we take the Mentor. Haste can matter. Exiling can matter if we get the uncommon. But Stonebound is a better baseline, and the Scry's not really a joke in the mid to late when you start bottoming lands that you don't need. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, Pendant in the right deck seems like it could be good, especially on the those the 2/1 flyers. That seems like a great place for those. Stonebind's Familiar. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter. Okay. Only once per turn. Maybe just plain old Expel is better than that, or the Boots even. What about Boots? All right, Dan. Shame me in a fun way then. I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna take the Expel. I mean, I feel like the Boots are interesting, but they're just not. They're not in the right category of card, right? It doesn't quite have the synergy we want. Make your mark. Let's try that. So here's one of these Lorehold excavations I expected back. I haven't been hyper impressed with these. I might just want to... we don't even have any 5s yet, and we are going to... Well, we don't have many 2s to get back with the Rescuer. I'm just going to take the... yeah, I guess we have a pack to go to get them, but this is something to note here. We really got to shore up 2. Dueling Coach is okay. I'm going to take, well, let's see. I'll take the Shaman. We're picking up a lot of combat tricks. Now I'm seeing the value of a Shaman in a deck like this. Also, I'm not feeling like we're going to be splashing the blue at this point. Heck, I'll take the Campus, though. Well, I said we needed 2s. It's possible we just need an Ageless Guardian in here more than we need to hedge on a Campus. I would, if we end up with not a density of 2s, we'll be so sad, and so I think I need to do that. And again, we tried this and it just didn't do enough. I'm going to take the Effigy. Team Pennant. Well, defend Campus. This is a good board card. If you can afford to put it in your board. Prophecy, Time Warp is not maybe as good and limited as people expect it to be or want it to be. It can be, but it needs you need an advantage to press with your extra turn. If all you're doing is if you're not actively doing anything to harm your opponent, or then you're not compounding it. You're just kind of spinning wheels. Yeah, this is a pretty rough pack, such that we may just Historian. Like I said, we are low enough on 2 drops, so we really need to focus on that. So I'm going to take the Historian. Not super sexy, but it's a 2 that we can play. I'm with you, Gannett. I keep doing it, right? I'm trying to let go of the blue here, but it's hard. Also, it feels like almost like somebody else zagged with us. Somebody else was like, all right, I'll be in white, red. Pigment Storm for the interaction, or summoning for the first of that option for our lessons. I think, where's our removal at? We're pretty low on removal for a red deck. We have a lot of combat tricks that are worthy, but combat tricks carry their level of risk. I think Pigment Storm as a top end for here, what we're doing is pretty good. How many learn are we on right now? I think we're actually doing pretty good. We have like Guiding Voice. I feel like we're pretty good, but maybe I'm lying. The Phoenix, Study. Or something else, right? I think we just take Campus here over Shredder. I wouldn't mind one of these, but I love casting spells. I'm going to take the land. A little nervous about this deck, though. I don't feel it's very good for pack 3. We tried to pivot into the open lane, but it hasn't really been delivering us any knockout blows here. What else do we have for learn? Thought we had one more, but oh yeah, that was the treasure one. Yeah, it looks like currently we're only on 3, right? Which again, not great. Take summoning and have to main it. We could take Stonerise Spirit. I've found this to be stone weak. We could take Campus Guide. That's a 2-drop that we could do something with. I don't like passing all these summonings. I'd like one, but again, 2s are important here. This is a very weak one, but 2s are important. We don't have any, so I'm going to take it over the one I think is even weaker, this Flyer. It's going to win some games or get some damage through, but it's so that 1 power on a 2 mana Flyer is too tough for me to swallow. Silver Quill, Pledge Mage, another chance at some boots. Very little, not much of a reward for that. Like Stonebound Mentor, Scries, and there's some light things that do that. This is playable, but is effectively double white for us, which I don't like. Might just need the boots. These boots were made for flying. Campus Guide, another week 2. Tome Shredder keeps coming second place in packs for me here. We're not really doing the big spell thing, but it's a kind of built, it's a 2-for-1. This deck kind of wants to go long. I really don't like where we've landed here. But a Dueling Coach, I'll take that. You take this. I think I want Dueling Coach. I think we're more trying to win through creature and creature combat, and I like Dueling Coach and what it could do for us on that front. Here's a Shredder I can grab. Or there's a Pillar Drop Rescuer, but again, we're a little weak on that anyway. I got the 1. I'm going to go with the Shredder. Last fresh pick gives us another Stormkin artist. I guess they're going to be better in multiples, huh? So let's take it. That'd be cool to get that going in a pair. Yeah, Gannett, I just feel like we were not rewarded for identifying that red-white was open. And it was wide open, but somebody else had the same idea. Gosh, do we take the Lumimancer? I found this to be just bad, but we might be trying to do this thing. What are we taking if not? Introduction to Prophecy? I guess we don't have that one yet. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm not putting commons in this deck. Star Pupil. Am I supposed to give this a chance? I got another one. Maybe they get a little better in multiples. Can try this Thrilling Discovery, Tome Shredder. Maybe I'm going to do another Tome Shredder. I don't... if I knew that was coming, maybe I'd try the Pupil. I'm going to take the Guardian here again. We're best of 3, and these Guardians, if they don't all make the main deck, which they might anyway, they could either be useful to bring in against the right matchups, or they could be things we cut if they're not good in matchups. Summoning came around. Cool. Sure got a lot of lessons and not a lot of learning. Classic. Just a pile of homework, right? And no time to learn. Campus Guide, I like as a main better than Aegis Guardian. It's got power. Effigy number 2. Well, I'll take it. Wow, Mentor's Guidance last pick seems like, is that a surprise to me? All right, let's cut the land just so I can see numbers a little better. This is our pretty weak Learning Suite. Maybe this isn't a Divine Gambit deck. This is looking a little more traditionally Boros. Makes me want to cut the Divine Gambit until I know what we're up against. Oh, is it any? It's your graveyard. All right, this is 30. Oh, I think we're Team Pennant. We might be Team Zephyr Boots, but Pennant seems incorrect. Make your mark. If I know we're getting into ground combat a lot, I think maybe that could bring that in out of the board, but I don't think it's going to be strong enough here. We didn't go big spell, so the grinning doesn't make any sense to me in this package. This is too many 4s, I think. I want the assistant. I'm going to do the double artist thing. Boy, too many 4s. I guess I cut an effigy, if not 2. Where does that leave us on instance? Wow. This deck did not get there on the whole instant sorcery plan, really. This is going to be, I mean, we're going to do this. You don't need too much treasure in play before these are good, but we kind of didn't get there on the Magecraft here. So you'd cut one of the storm kilns. I think if we cut both or none, is my opinion. Yeah, we can cut the coach, maybe. The idea would be to grow team. This may be a good card to bring in if we think we're getting into more of a stall, like that we need to find value turn over turn to break a stall. And then we're best of 3, so we don't get hand smoothing. We could cut Ageless Guardian or just try 16 on this. Well, these Magecraft triggers can be self-awesome. I don't know, maybe I'm overrating this. Maybe I'm overrating this. We should just cut them both. I kind of want to try it, though. Yeah, if we could put in blue, we did get the environmental sciences to potentially do that. My issue is then, like, we have limited learn, and the moment that we commit to splashing blue, our first learn basically has to be environmental sciences. And JC, it's not about having artifacts in your deck. It's about triggering the Magecraft so that it self-creates. But are you saying that makes it better? Like, hey, don't worry about it. Even if you don't sell, it might already have. I can't tell if you're. Yeah, you must be. I think you're just saying it. That's even a plus for them, which is true. If in deciding which 4s to cut. Yeah, I'm with you, JC. So, I think I'm going to go with this. Here we go. But let's bring this up and export. It does net a learn card and subtraction. It seems a little clunky if I'm trying to be aggro. I think I'm going to be a little purer with this build here. Which one is this? 8? I think it's 9. 8, 9. I don't know. I'll give it the date. It's Sweatsuit 422. Yeah, Warden was my last suggested. Oh, wait, Warden. Which Warden? Maybe we're not talking about the same thing. Pillar drop. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. What do you want to do instead? Bring in another Guardian that's just that, but sooner? I mean, we got a Guardian, too. There's just a couple things going on here that aren't great, if I'm honest. Five minutes or so till we start, by the way. Says Spadone. So anyway, let's I'm just gonna go ahead and craft this all. Or try. Where's my, there we go. Boy, my computer's been laboring lately. Maybe I need to reinstall the OS or something, give it a fresh look. So last chance, I mean, there's some suggestion that we have some bad fitting cards here, and I don't disagree, but I also don't know what exactly to put in. We can put in the dueling coach, and you know, maybe that's what we do instead of the pillar drop. I'd be down for that. And then pillar drop if there's flying we need to defend against. But pillar drop still seems like it'd be good with the pigment storm. Oh, sorry, yeah, let me get a deck building, like pigment storm and stuff. So I'm still a big fan of pillar drop, but I'll see what people think on that. And I'm gonna go with my old faithfuls. And for these, boy, I'm chunky. This lag here. Historian. Yeah, all right, so here's our sideboard options. Defend the campus. Bring that in. Divine Gambit again. Star Pupil. Maybe we just want to try Star Pupil. Didn't we end up with 2 of those? I guess I didn't take 2. But that's technically a little more on plan, but I'm just going to start here, I think. This is good enough for the afternoon. All right, let's figure out my Oppo's handle again. I almost feel like I should just quit and restart right now. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. So let's go home. Direct challenge. Get back over here.
All right, everyone.
A quiz. So you're telling me there's a chance.
Now what do you do? What do you do?
Sorry, that's too many memes left on. I apologize. Cacophony of memes. Here, I'll cleanse that palette with one simple good one.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh?
All right. Marginally Blind, thank you for the follow.
Why are there so many?
No one's jamming Froggy right now. We'll see. Anybody want to check on AF Gaming? See if we're both waiting for each other. Should I restart? Should I ping AF? Still tinkering. Okay. Just making sure that we didn't have a technical issue. That is a good one, Hat. Yes, I'll make a point to get that in for tomorrow. Well, better kill time with some more memes then. Let's see.
Please welcome our valedictorian, Lisa Simpson. She will be attending Yale. I mean, hot dog on a stick management camp.
What will be, will be. Será, será.
Hopefully we'll be using this one coming up.
Buenos dias, children.
I agree, Pablo. Let's see what we can do. It is a very goth film. Indeed. I'm going to get a beverage as long as I'm waiting. Just give me 1 sec. Be right back. What do they mean? What does hat mean? Sounds like he's got something spicy. I predict Cody. If it is, that would be hilarious. That it would follow us around all day. Thanks for keeping an eye on Oppo Hat. Is this where we lock up, both of us waiting and neither of us succeeding? Yes. So should we quit and try again? I can try challenging him again. Well, in case this randomly works, we'll try. There we go. Just keep hitting the thing on the side till it works. That's how we do it. We can keep this, probably putting land on top even. Although maybe not now. I didn't do a poll here. You know, I really don't like this deck. I don't think it got there. I think we tried to find the open lane and went to it and then just did not get rewarded and ended up with a very, very medium deck. And I'm going to play this and I'm going to go no land. I'm going to attack with 3 land up, but there's no world in which AFK Gaming blocks our campus guide with their Kelpie guide. You'd much rather be in the Kelpie than the campus. Did I say AFK? Didn't mean to. AF Gaming. Well, we've got the tools to attack through that. It's going to be telegraphed, but all this deck really has is aggression, naked aggression, so we're going to go for it. Might even have to go sudden breakthrough, campus guide, if not. I guess we have campus guide guardian, so we can continue to not. I just want to get something in their yard for assistant, although if you don't have anything good, you shouldn't, but I wouldn't mind relearning with the study, you know? And Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna say take it and play our 2 creatures. Just spitting out creatures and trying to turn them sideways fast enough to win. I think Groff is interesting choice for AF. Like, AF has to decide if they're defensive or they're trying to race here. Like, we don't have good blocks on the Groff, but I'm not sure we care if it attacks. It might be good for us if it attacks. We also have to watch out for the guide. We know the guide. So, effectively, guide on defense is Groff on defense, but they might want to use that for acceleration, too. That's why this card is so good. Right now, it's working as ramp and vigilance for AF, and at 8 lands, it starts to act as removal. But we're going to go for it anyway. We got sudden breakthrough, so if they go for a Kelpie guide Groff block, we've got tools for that. In fact, I want to use them so that we can cast the assistant if we want to, and I really want to relearn that study. We could even go, yeah, with the 5th land, we have both of them available, but with treasure, we would have them available anyway, but now we don't have to use our treasure to have them available. Yeah, Soggy Manipulator, that feels like it. Kelp. I tap you with Kelp. All right. Back to Icy Manipulator, I suppose.
All right, everyone. Chill.
So, question remains, do we stick aggression, keep to the aggression plan? I think we have to, and I'm going to definitely do the study to get in some damage and also to learn here, get some action. Now, what do we want? Kelpie Guide. It'd be nice to kill the Kelpie guide, but maybe we're just trying to, you know, summoning and get in the air here. Is there anything, if we played next turn, we'd want to, like, get back with the assistant? We can make a couple of summonings. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if we need this reduced. Like, if we need to get removal here or whether we're just going aggro. I think I'm going to stick to aggro and get the summoning. And we could still do the breakthrough. Nope. Oh yeah, no. I was. If I was looking at that, I was thinking the other way. Anyway, breakthrough is possible here, but I think we keep that around. I could play the breakthrough, but for damage, but I don't think so. Maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to just jam all my mana into the damage we can there, and make the treasure too. I'm really not sure if I'm supposed to try put them at 5 there. Yeah. If I said fract, I'm not sure. The blue has been messing with my head this whole draft because that's where we started. So I keep thinking I'm blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Closing in on 8 and turning Kelpie Guide into Flyer Tapper. But looks like they chose not to put on top. We found some more land. We can break through an assistant or break through and summon. If we send in, we probably trade campus for campus. And one of them for the, and then we first strike another way. I think we still send in. Although also I got to worry about the crackback. Maybe we do this on defense and wait and try to win when we get these back. Like, this is a lot of beef. And we're at 10. Maybe I send 1. I'm gonna send 1. If they go for the cultivator, I'm willing to use the trick on that and just try to win naturally in the air without like pumping. But if we can save the trick for the skies, we do that. Like I might just let a campus guide trade, for example. But if they block with a 3-4, I'm willing to activate trick. And then maybe drawing study next turn is what we want to do. So here we are. Yeah, I'll just let that happen. Because we can still go assistant leave up trick, which I like just fine. It's a good draw. Yeah, absolutely. Like if we can figure out how to just take this damage and not be too scared, we can do that. We can't play around anything. If we make a decision to go for a block and first strike, we could get blown out right quick. Tight game with a lot of little decisions here. Attack with what? How many? Are we... When are we casting this trick? What are we putting that on top? Is it good enough? All right. With sending both, we could just take it and hope we don't die. There's a lot of risk to that, I think. But if they, if they have... We said we're not playing around combat tricks, and it's kind of combat tricks that would have us die here. Thing is, we can beat tricks, right? Like if we block one, we can try to get there in the air eventually. Double block, re-trick. Yeah, that could do it. Could also just be a 3 for 2, or a 3 for 1. I don't think I want to put the assistant at risk, and I don't think I want to lose to a trick here. I'm going to try the breakthrough. We were hoping to do that on our turn. That's scary, but it is not a trick yet. Still scary, but waiting. All right, it worked. Let's see what they can add to the board now. He can add it. I know AF's pronouns are he, him, but it's hard for my brain to turn that off. That's a great rare right there. We knew we were drawing study. So, if we main phase this, can we get anything else that we can do? Like, did we get the +2/+2? I don't think we did, right? We don't have a ++2. Just want to make sure I'm not missing a win here. I think we're just attacking with the assistant, studying, and playing the Inkling. And then just trying to block on the ground. Oh, yeah? Your side. Oh, thanks. I didn't know that feature. Okay. We could get this, and they would get a token out of it. Environmental sciences. Whoa, it's hard to look at this, though. Exile. Okay. So we have to reduce... Yeah, well, I missed the 2-spell opportunity. I had to advance it. So I'm going to go like this and go with my original plan. And then I think we just take introduction for next turn, and we go Inkling summoning here. And then we have 2 lethal threats in the air plus an annihilation. We got to watch out for big tramps, but just throw everything we got on the ground and hope that this is enough in the air. He somehow drops Coma, and then we're just like, oh no. We haven't left Kaldheim. Seven lands, an 8th land drops, and Kelpie Guide takes care of one of the flyers. That's why I might have to annihilate the Kelpie.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh?
There you go. We picked a good one. Looks like we could get through anyway, but no, on 8th land, yeah, we needed this. He can tap one of our flyers, but we get to exile the other. Ooh, tight game. I was a little paralyzed there. I felt like I was a little slower than I even usually play. I just was like, it just felt like one misstep, and that just cost the entire game there. Very nerve-wracking little end game there, but we got there. Now, we didn't see, looks like, so we got Temur. Looks like Quandrix splashing red, though, right? Yeah, I like defend the campus. That's a good idea. Between the Groff, the green in general. Let's definitely bring in that. And Divine Gambit could be... Nah, this is actually kind of the matchup where it's not good, right? Where we could end up giving them a large creature. I don't think we need that. Maybe it's good enough, but I don't think it's part of really our plan. And this is where we could cut the Dueling Coach, keep the defend. Dueling Coach definitely seems a little weak here on the ground against all that beef. This is a better thing versus the ground beef. And anything else? What do we think of these Guardians? I have one in, one out. They do some blocking on the ground, but not great blocking against the eventual green stuff. Pillar drop. Yeah, I'm just going to run it now after that. I wish I could delete everything. Don't tease me. Don't distract me, Fractal Summoning. Got to keep that. We don't have a 2-drop. It'll probably be worth it for me to not have the distraction. Be easier to look during sideboarding even. I mean, when you're playing in paper, sealed or whatever, you generally float your realistic sideboard options to one section and you're put all the chaff behind, right? All right. Failed to find. But so did AF, so... They missed on 2, but this letter on 3 seems really good for him with what he's trying to do with this deck. Let's try to get pedal to the metal here. Which I think is just Pledge Mage with the study available. And then we can decide if we want a Shredder or not. These Tome Shredders are at odds with the Assistant, first of all. It's a YouTube sub. Thanks, YouTube friend. You can catch me on air right now. Too bad you don't know. Well, we're going to defend the campus. That's a thing to get back with the Assistant, given his deck.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh?
Well, I'm going to send in here, see if they want to block the Pledge Mage. And I could also Tome Shred. Well, they're not going to block the Pledge Mage. It's already got the first strike to defeat it. So let's see. So what do we want to do? I mean, I can just kill that. I think we want to... Awkward. Like, we have 5 mana and a bunch of 3s and then a 4 I don't quite want to play yet. Although we could get Defend the Campus back and it would not be the worst. I could also just Pigment Storm and get in for a bunch here. I just feel like... And actually, we can get it back. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Whatever. I'm going to max my mana. Taking 2 to the creature and a bunch to the face. I thought, in my head, the Pledge Mage got first strike when you activated it so that you would bait people into a block and then, haha, get them. But it just actually has first strike. Now we're talking. We can just drop a Shredder and attack and have the Enthusiastic Study for either side of this. And if they choose not to block, if he chooses not to block, we can just play the other Shredder, which is a bit telegraphy, but it's fine. The other Shredder can tap to get big, so it's not like wasted. We're letting him know loud and clear we've got a trick, but I'm not sure what he can do about it. And this is actually not the best because it's a 2-for-1. Like the Shredder still dies, but we do get to learn, so I'm still gonna do it. And I'm thinking Inkling again. We've got the front foot. Let's just get power in the air. Like debate. What's the debate? Introduction to Annihilation to Prophecy. Yeah, I'm going Inkling. Trample's nice here. At least we get that benefit of the trade. Still get some damage in. Inkling, Bibliotech Plex Inkling could just give us this army of flyers we hope can close it out. Another Pledgy. Let's summon to buff up our Pledge Mage number 1. Then I'm going to send in and try for Pledge Mage number 2. Yeah, I know it's got haste. Oh, we got Snow Date anyway. Could have gone for the win there, yep. Let's see if Snow Day is enough to keep him in it. Open Assistant. If we draw a land, we get Assistant and Shredder. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. Only leaves us with 2 mana, though. Should we do it? I guess we have a 1-spell turn anyway. We can't play 2 of these. So we should. We just don't get to get any benefit from attacking with Pledge Mage. Yeah, that's true. I guess we can do this next turn, even. I like you're very reasonable to go get the burn spell. I agree, Hat. This is going to be our backup plan. If this somehow all falls apart, we have this rare to save us anyway. Although now we can play it in haste in the air. I mean, there's just a lot of things to do to win here. Depending on these 2 cards, of course. Not pretending our opponent doesn't have anything to do. Hoping he doesn't have anything to do. All right. Hopes come to pass. Hooray. The deck worked-ish. It was an aggressive red-white deck in this format. And it did a thing. Well, we never saw the Treasure Makers. I'm curious how that's going to go. Yeah, that's what I was going to go do. Aaron says he's calling in sick if we get paired again. Go away, not casting you. Go away, not casting you. Mainly, I just don't want things affecting my thinking on... Like, we have a blue splash, but you know what? I'm going to commit to... We're just not doing it. So I'm going to do that. Just reduce us to red-white. I'll remember that we don't need islands. All right. Rumty. All right, I got to accept this challenge. Hold on. Get there. All right, working on a 1-0 record, looking for 2. Yeah, we can keep this with Campus Guide to save us. It's coming through now with its intended design. And we get to see it help our kiln artist a little bit if it survives. We will take this action. Gain life and learn. Environmental sciences. So it looks like Rumty is going for the going for gold, if you know what I mean. Gonna be 3 colors probably. That's why Rumty is so free with the lashes. Free lashes, everybody. Free lashings. Boo. I could have left Expel up, I suppose, but I feel like we should just get what creatures we can down here. Threaten a double block on the Dusk Mage if we want. If they attack, that's sus. I might just go Guardian block and trade for a trick or let him bounce. Although Historian does have a graveyard ability, so that's not the worst either. Alright. Land is nice. Gonna drop our Kiln Artist number 1. Next turn we'll try Kiln Artist number 2, and then hopefully start doing some spells after that. I think with the lashes we might need to cut these artists. We'll see. From sideboarding, you know what I mean? Like, they're pretty vulnerable as 4-drops that get killed by a 1-drop we've seen 2 of. But I'm going to try to get both of these going. if Rumty's out of removal, a couple of Storm Kiln artists into the spells here could be really good. And that's ostensibly why I'm running these. It could be good. I need lashings for Oppo. That's super interesting. I wish we had 5 mana, and then we could do the artist and the boots, but I think we might do, like, especially if we get attacked, we could do artist expel. We could play and equip the boots. Yeah, whatever, 10 extra life. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the double artist now, see what fancy pants stuff we can do next turn. Whoa, is me. Zephyr Boots, stay back. If the 7/6 comes in, we can attack. We could also just play the Tome Shredder. I'm feeling like we're going to end up discarding, though, so we should be planning what we're discarding. I think we need to loot, actually. Need to get that 5th land and probably pitch the Shredder. So I'm going to start flying with one of these artists. All right, let's ditch the Shredder. And play the Plains. It's tough. We're going to discard again, though. I almost feel like we're discarding... Ugh, this is tough. This card's tough. Yeah. Yeah, now I feel like we keep the land, and we have to discard that. Oh, it's sacking to self. Okay. Oh, yeah, it has to do that to do the discard thing. So let's, yeah, we'll follow through on this. I think the looping begins now, though. That's the problem. Or not? Question mark? Ah, nice. Let's ditch the Mentor. We do need, I mean, I want creatures, but I think we ditch the Mentor here. We can go get something else. I'm gonna do that. Go with my gut. And then, yeah, that's true. We can lessen for planes, which we should do. And I'll go ahead and put it on the Stormkin that's already flying. Although, just casting finally an instant or sorcery means with these... with the treasure, we don't even necessarily need to. We have plenty of mana now, so maybe we should consider one of the other ones, just like an Inkling Summoning. We could cast an Inkling Summoning right now and get 2 new treasure tokens, for example. That's pretty cool. Do we need to... Yeah, I like that. Still have Expel up. Still have some big artists. The toughness doesn't get bigger, so... Still got one. Witherbloom has a fair bit of reach. We're just not seeing it from Oppo here. And tough looting decisions, of course. They always are. I think we need to keep our spells. And so then it's a question of which is the worst creature. Might just be the effigy. We can squeeze more action in through the Pledge Mage. Although this isn't... Yeah, and the first strike is reasonable on the ground here. I'm going to pitch the effigy. I'm not going to play the Pledge Mage, though. I think, you know, I treasured to do the Inkling. Pledge Mage wouldn't make us fresh tokens, and we also lost one of the artists, so I'm going to keep the artifacts around here and see if we can make it a next turn, not doing it, or just doing the Expel to replace the treasure. So I like this and see what Oppo wants to do. We have the Expel here. Just so. All right, that was enough for Rumti. Green, black, Demogoth, Woe Eater. That's scurry. Got some... The lashes we got to remember. So I was talking about taking these out because they're so weak to the lashes, but then they were pretty instrumental in getting it done here. Yeah, make your mark seems reasonable as a response, even just to the lashes, right? That's a good call. Thanks, Happy. Green, black. This is another spot for the defend in case... I'm going to cut the coach again. Defend in case of the big boy. And maybe... Let's see. What's our creature count? 17. I think we can, in this case, let go of the Guardian. It doesn't... Well, I guess it's doing some work. These 3/2s. But we have better things to block 3/2s with than the Guardian. We have things that trade with it rather than just bounce with it. Yeah, Warden instead. Interesting call. But they're not really flying. It does give us the 5 toughness, if that should mean like 4 power can be a pretty relevant size there. That's true. I'm going to go with this, though. I like the make your mark, though. I think that's a good line. Make those lashes... kind of undo the lash work. Although hard to keep shields up against lash. Gotta keep this. Alright, no more mountains. Please. This thing, let's see. Whenever you cast a copy of this spell, put a +1 counter on your dragon card elite, and then pay to double. Yipe. All right, well, nothing to do but try and not have your creature die to a lash, but I felt the pause. Seems like this is the heart of Rumti's deck. Get that going, it's tough. Let's see. We're gonna go with a Kiln Artist here. If we can live... It can live to next turn. We can go Historian and Enthusiastic Study to get something going on this on the Kiln Artist front. It's probably going to die to lashing or lash again, but let's try this. All right, well, at least we get to learn and go study some Annihilation. That'll be nice. We can even hold back and try to do it on D and trade off the Kiln Artist for one of the other two while we do it. But we can also make sure we get the study resolved. One thing happens if we wait and try to block and study, well, we can get blown out with removal. And that's making me want to just send in the Storm Kiln and study right away. No, you would not learn. I mean, it's the rule. The spell fizzles, so nothing on it happens. So we can exile it and give him a much less impressive card, or we just exile it, give him a random card. I think exile random card is correct here. And we can drop the Historian, which I think I'll do. It leaves the artifact around to puff up the... do I die? I mean, yeah? Right. What's... I guess I could have... Yeah, maybe I should have gotten the other one because we could cast it. Well, if they play a removal spell, we are probably dead or close to it. But I'm going to play the Historian here. So there's an argument for having gotten the other removal that we could have cast on this on our turn. They'd have a 3/3 and then a 3/2 token. But as you said, this is just GG. Sometimes it's tough to play around stuff. Well, that was a one-card game. Dragon's Guard Elite just ran away with it. Well, let's do our best, run it back, and try to advance. All right, let's get this. Come on, deck. You're not that good, but make something of it. Ugh. One reason it's not that good is it does not have a lot of 2-drops, but I also can't throw this back, so we're going to cross our fingers. Got one of each land and some 3s that we can cast. One literally with, with any land, so we got to keep it. Found a 3rd land, that's good. I don't know if we have spells we want to cast next turn. I'm going to mentor for the biggest overall size. If we get a land, we're just playing the Retriever Phoenix anyway. Ooh, although... I take it back. We would have had... Because I'm going to exile this thing. Although we can't... Yeah, I'm going to do it right now. That is a great target to exile. That's going to be rough for us to race. And they can make it fly. Campus Guide could get us some mana, but then that's a really awkward turn. Here's Phoenix. Phoenix and probably looking for more for removal to stop the lifelink-ish. Although we could... Yeah, we could reduce the boots. That's not the worst idea. I don't love giving them a... I think we should probably just... Yeah, Yeah, we don't have a second white. We can't do this either. Boy. I'm going to take the Annihilation. We can't cast it yet. We can't cast any of this yet. And I'm going to go ahead and send... We're not blocking with our 2/2 in the air, and we can't block with a 3/3 on the ground, so we might as well push it. Interesting. Looks like they might just make us discard again. We can handle that. I'm going to play the land. We'll discard the Campus Guide, and I'll play a Pledge Mage here. Fly over for 2. Leave the Mentor back. Yeah, Snakeskin Veil is a thing. Risk? Oh yeah, 3 or less. Yep, we could do that too. Good call. I was thinking this was 2 or less. Honestly, I need to read that card. That's a little better than... A little better than I was giving it credit for. It's in my deck. I don't know what it does. Shut up. Yeah, maybe it is... Although with a Rescuer, we could double block in the air and take out 1. Still probably need to do the other. But all right, let's exile the boots. And then I like this and this with a threatened block on the Mentor back. I probably got it into your head because I might have been saying that as I was talking about it during deck building and stuff. Maybe I think I remember thinking about my 2s because of Pillar Drop Rescuer, like during the draft. So I'm sure I didn't help. We're gonna block trade for trick or creature. How many trudges do you wish? At least we got a Pledge Mage with first strike for that. 5 mana. Let's Campus Guide and Pledge Mage and go ahead and do we maybe we don't even need land though. We can just go Orator and Pledge Mage. Or get the Mentor back. You just go, yeah, let's get the Mentor back with the Rescuer. Now that I know what it does. They send just the Karok. It's another decision point. Do we want to give up our first striker in the name of the 3/3? That's an interesting attack. They didn't just send in the this, but we're going to have another Pledge Mage. I'm assuming that basically what's happening here is a willingness to just recur this after first strike. But if we play another first striker, we can block all this on the ground, including this, and not give up the lifelink. it's because we're not good size against it, right? I mean, this thing falls apart in this sea of 4/4s and bigger that you often see from other decks, but we're playing this low to the ground Lorehold deck where this is actually outclassing our creatures. I just think that's an unusual state for this character to be in. Oh yeah, I was always going to block the Trudge. It seemed like this was all that was, and it was all that was. Now they got this big thing. All right, a little more land for us. Ledge Mage and Mentor. Or I guess we play... Yeah, I play Mentor because we want some other blocks on the ground here so that we can threaten a double over here. Although... Yeah, we're not, like, winning anytime soon, so I'm going to send the Flyers, though. I mean, I know we're pretty low on life to be sending. Let's see. I got the double block here, and then we're going to single block here. We're at 8. Yeah, I mean, we gotta work it. I mean, this is the big thing, right? Like, what do we do about this? I don't know. We got to draw something for that. But in the meantime... can't really sit back and hope to win some super long game. We got to whittle away that life total while we can. Especially because one of our outs here, yeah, especially with these Flyers coming and the Orator, like we may just have to chump 7/7s our way while the Flyers just kind of get there. Yeah, that's true. We have Assistant now. That's a good draw for that. Yeah, maybe just Expel is better, right? Just get Expel. Say attack if you want. It's Exile. We could use that on Trudge or... But anyway, this is a good draw here. And maybe we get the Air Force to kind of get there. Yeah, right now they don't show any vigilance, right? They need to attack and tap to get us, and we can just have the Expel ready. Well, you know, we're going to keep that. If the 7/7 cracks in here, we have a choice to make, though. We can't... Well, I mean, we could try and take it. I think that's too dangerous against a deck pair, a color pair that has shown many ways to drain. But we probably just have to chump, and that probably means the Mentor, because I think the Orator will be better as we go try to win this game. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Oh, are you kidding me? First tough, then just disgusting. Then just disgusting. However, we're only mostly. We go like this, and we chump. Two for every block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, so are we just dead? Yeah, I think we're just dead. All right. So good game. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Well, our deck was not amazing. We were kind of trying to fight through with some medium-looking stuff. I'm glad we got a round in, but not our day for the Sweatsuit Invitational, so it goes. Always fun to do it. Made him work for it, but yeah, kind of a sucky way to go out there on the end. Let me make sure I'm reported here. All right, I've shared my good games. I'm going to hop to Soapbox. Thank you all for hanging out here. I'm going to raid the winner as always. I assume Roomty is the raid target. All right. Go hang out with my Vanquisher, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow for Gauntlet. Yeah. Chat Gauntlet tomorrow. We'll see you then.